Hi there. My name is Kimberly Snoyle from Sunray Net Therapy. Welcome to the space where I will tell you more about net therapy and working with the biotensor. Since you ended up here, I assume you're curious about the biotensor magic and or net therapy. Well, in this video, I will tell you what net therapy is, what a biotensor is, and how you can benefit from this knowledge. So let's dive right in. So NET stands for Neuro Emotional Therapy. I'm from the Netherlands, and here we call it NEI, Neuro Emotional Integration. But in my research, I found that abroad, net therapy is more common. It is an energetic and holistic therapy which was developed by an American chiropractor, Scott Walker, in the early 90s. It then was further developed by a Dutch doctor, Roy Martina. This is why it's better known in the Netherlands. He further developed it here in the Netherlands, and it's not so well known abroad. This therapy is a mix from the Eastern and the Western medicine. Here in the West, usually when you have pain and you go to the doctor, you will get a medicine to soothe the pain or to feel better. But in the Eastern medicine, they look for the cause, the root cause of the pain. So why did it start? And also, this is not only for physical pain, but also for emotional pain. So, for example, if you are depressed or not feeling happy. In the Eastern medicine, they will find out why you developed this issue in the first place. So they treat it from the cause and not only the symptoms. In traditional Chinese medicine, they also believe that every issue, physical or mental, starts from an emotion that was not processed correctly and that got stuck in the body. You see, to process an emotion correctly, you need a few preconditions. The first is both hemispheres should be synchronized, they should be working together. The second one is you need to take time to breathe. It only takes 90 seconds for an emotion to flow through your body. As I see it, everything is energy, as are your thoughts and your emotions. The energy surfs in and out of your body through your breath. It sounds easy, right? But our body automatically resists when we feel a difficult emotion like pain or grief or anger. We feel the tension in our body and unconsciously we resist this emotion. So it's important to consciously relax your body when you feel the resistance. You breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth and try to relax your body while doing so. You will notice that the emotion will leave your body within 90 seconds. Emotions come and go in waves. So, if we don't do this, or if our brain hemispheres are not synchronized, for example, when we are stressed or when we are children and our brain is not fully developed yet, emotions can get stuck in the body. Have you ever heard of a knot in your stomach, for example, or to vent one's spleen? In this way, the traditional Chinese medicine says that sorrow is on the lungs and anxiety rests on the kidneys in the back of the body. Also, maybe you've heard of the chakras. The throat corresponds with the thyroid, which is about communication. Our body is constantly looking for balance. We have a self healing capacity, but if our emotions are stuck, it's hard for our body to find the balance again. And then we get sick or we feel less happy or less in flow, as you might call it. So, if we did not have emotional blocks, we would be totally in line with our higher selves. We would exactly know and feel and trust our intuition about our next step. We would manifest all our dreams without a problem. We would be happy and we would not have physical pains and aches. So, this is what net therapy is aiming for and contributing to balance, to live in balance. So, how does it work? There are different tools in net therapy you can use. Some use kinesiology, so the muscle tension. Others use maybe a pendulum or another kind of dowsing rod. In my case, I use a biotensor. This is a small version of the biotensor. I use this instrument to connect with my body, or if I do a session on someone else, I use this instrument to connect with the body of someone else. And this instrument measures very small muscular movements, and it serves as kind of a lie detector. So your body is communicating all the time. So this is the yes movement. And if I might say, my name is Kimberly, yes. And if I say, my name is Angela, I wait, and the movement might change. This is a cross. So it will not say yes up and down, but as you see, it makes another movement. This is a cross. So this is the signals our body gives constantly. And this dowsing rod or biotensor, it can measure these little muscle movements. Your body has all the answers about which emotions are stuck, where in the body they are stuck, in what organ, but also when they got stuck. This is the most important part of net therapy. You want to get to the root of the problem and not just release any emotion, but also find the root cause. If you find the root cause, more issues can be omitted. For example, when you are in a job or in a relationship that is not good for you, you might have trouble sleeping, you might have headaches or migraine, and also eczema, for example. It started with a headache, but when you did not listen to your body, the issues got worse and you started sleeping bad and you started developing eczema. When you found out what the message is your body is trying to tell you, you can let it go and you get rid of the eczema, you sleep better, and you don't have the migraines anymore. So suddenly more things disappear. It is a holistic therapy. So everything is connected and it also works on mind, body, and soul. So, a root cause can be, for example, when you are a child and your brain is not fully developed. So, between the ages of 0 and 7, a lot of traumas are get stuck in the body. But it can also be in a previous generation. Think about family constellations, for example. It is all in our DNA, and our parents give us the issues that they could not handle in their lives. Think about slavery or war or cultural beliefs. This is called epigenetics, information that is in our DNA and that we will give to our children and grandchildren. And we get it from our ancestors. The beauty of net therapy is that we can let go of these emotions and we can let go of these beliefs. And we do this for our children, but also for our ancestors. So if you do net therapy and you let go of a generational issue, you might notice that your mother is acting differently, but you also let it go for your children, even if they are already born. You don't give this trauma to your children anymore. So this is very beautiful and the magic of the biotensor that you can get rid of these traumas even though the people are still there. So your mother is still there, but also your children are already born. Another root cause can be in a previous life. For example, if you were a witch that was burned on the stake, or if you lived during a war, for example, you can trigger traumas from previous lives in your current life. Net therapy can help you let go of these traumas as well. Even if you cannot explain why you have certain anxieties in this life, net therapy can help you let go of these anxieties. So, with a biotensor and a book or a list, we can ask questions and get yes or no answers. We can ask what emotion got stuck, where in the body it got stuck, and also when in the timeline. When we have found the root cause, we can just breathe with this knowledge and let go of the emotions that do not serve us any longer. We relax with breath work, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and we assure our body that we are ready to let go of these emotions. We are ready for growth and we do not want to keep holding on to these emotions anymore. The body knows exactly what to let go of and what you're ready to let go of. Because we all have countless of traumas ranging from small ones to bigger ones. For example, a child can easily get a trauma when it's a baby and it's laying in a box and it's crying, but the mother is just busy doing the dishes and has to dry her hands before she goes to the baby. The baby can already have a feeling like, oh, I am abandoned and I'm all alone. So this is what happens. This can happen to anyone, even if we are the best parents in the world, and also our parents gave us these traumas as well, because it happens really quickly for a child. And now, when you are grown up, do you take 97 seconds every time you feel an emotion you do not want to feel? For example, if you feel pain or grief or anger, do you try to act like there's nothing going on, that you're okay when you're at work? Do you try to think about something else when you don't want to cry? These are all examples of emotions getting stuck in the body. So there are layers and layers of emotional traumas, and each layer we can peel off with this biotensor and net therapy. We can bring you closer to yourself. For me, it was that I was living on autopilot. I have two children and a husband, and one of my children and my husband are on the spectrum. So I was living like this for 10 years and I got on autopilot, just keep on going. But I wasn't feeling happy and I didn't want to get up in the morning to get out of bed. I was having symptoms of depression. And then I found net therapy. So that therapy helped me to react differently to triggers. For example, preparing lunch for my children for the next day was some of the tasks I hated most in life. And now it doesn't feel like a dreadful task anymore. Another thing was when my husband came home from work and it was already dinner time, he would make a weird comment, have you started cooking late? And I would be so angry. And now I can just let it go and it can just slide right off me. I also feel happier. I can sing again. I can enjoy the time with my children. And this is what net therapy has brought me. And I know it can bring the same to you. So if you have physical complaints, if you have eczema, if you have a stomach ache, if you have chronic issues with your physical body, but also if you feel depressed, if you have other emotional issues, for example, if you are addicted to meds or other stuff, net therapy is something that can help you in all of these areas of your life. So if you want to feel happier, if you want to be closer to your higher self, if you want to have an extra push on your spiritual journey and raise your frequency, net therapy is the way to go. So this course, Biotensor Magic, teaches you how you can use the biotensor, but also all the themes that I learned to become a net therapist. So after this course, you are a net therapist and you can help yourself and others release the traumas. If you're interested, please read the rest of this page on how you can start the course. This is the first time I will give this course in English because there was someone who was interested in following this course. And I thought, why would I have to do this course with only one English student? You're welcome to join us. We will be starting April 8th and you will learn everything that I know about net therapy and the biotensor. I've given this course multiple times in the Netherlands already, and I have a lot of students who already took this course. Read their information below and what they think about this course. It's online, so everything you can follow online, but because this is the first time in English, I will teach each lesson. I will give you another theme, for example, anxiety, limiting beliefs, for example, vanishing twins, entities. There's so many different themes you can handle with net therapy. So there are about 34 themes. Yes, and you can use the biotensor in your daily life for your health as well. So yes, if you're interested, please let me know, fill in the form, and I hope to see you on April 8th. Bye bye.